We are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Boxing Fanatico Live, episode 54. We're going to talk about Tyson Fury today, but we got a few things to talk about as well. Not just the Tyson Fury thing. The whole Frank Martin and Shakur thing is heating up. Why are they fighting on Thursday? That's a big deal as well. So let's go ahead and switch over to my face. What is going on, everybody? And I'm so sorry. I forgot to set this up. Let me just double check. Sometimes I'm horrible with this. My apologies, Hashim. Let me see if I can get this up right here. There we go. We got to start off with the Let's Go chant by Hashim 47. And of course, the other legend, the man, the myth, the man, the myth, and the other legend, Michael Buffer. We're going to go ahead and start the show with Michael Buffer. Let me just make sure you guys can hear this, because sometimes, all right, we got that all set up. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What is going on, everybody? What is up? It is time for Boxing Fanatico Live. Now, we're going to talk about the whole Tyson Fury. That's an important thing. And here's the reason why it's important. Hold on one second. You guys can hear me, right? Right, yeah, okay. The reason why it's important is because Tyson Fury has basically put a flag in the ground stating that he no longer wants to compete. He no longer wants to compete in pro boxing. He just wants to do the whole pro boxing show. The whole boxing circus show. He don't want to compete no more. He just wants the boxing circus show. What's going on, Adrian Dones? Oh, hold on. What is this dude talking about? Let me put this up real quick. Let's see here. Sports gaming analysis. What do you mean? Can I get a fight? Can you get a fight and what? What's up, Adrian Dones? All right. Let's listen, because I got the audio. You already know we got a copyright strike over here, so we ain't playing videos. I got the audio. Brought to you by Fight Hub TV, who did the interview. And this is what Tyson Fury stated in his press conference when he was interviewed after the press conference.
You mentioned Jon Jones.
Yeah, Jones is on my radar.
So obviously, being successful on the night, that's who you plan to, or would hope to plan to fight?
Yeah, I'd like to fight Jon Jones next, yeah.
So where does the undisputed fight sit then? Is it not priority anymore, given what it took to kind of...
Has it ever been my priority? Did I ever say I wanted undisputed? It's always been some other little bitch's dream, hasn't it? Undisputed, road to undisputed. Listen, I got Francis Ngannou to deal with, and should the other little sausage want to fight for the undisputed, then, if he takes a small percentage, then we might make it happen. But if he wants a large bag, then I'm going to say, no thank you.
You mentioned...
What? Did y'all hear this man? Did y'all hear this man? So we could just throw our dreams of undisputed, throw it of a heavyweight undisputed champion, throw that out the window. And even when we finally maybe get that, right? Even when we finally possibly get a heavyweight undisputed, it's not going to be Tyson Fury defending his WBC title. It's going to be a vacant title. Somebody going to fight for the vacant title. It's going to be a vacant WBC title match. And it will never feel as complete as it would have felt had Tyson Fury fought Alexander Usyk. So he does not want to fight Usyk for real. He thinking about Jon Jones next. He thinking, and then after that, he probably gonna he gonna fight what Jake Paul. He gonna fight Jake Paul to prove that he could knock him out because Tommy Fury didn't knock him out. Right? What's going on, Poe? Hold on. There's a bunch of you guys talking here. Let me just make sure. I was a huge Fury fan. Always backed him against Wilder and any other heavyweights. But man, he's taking the mick. The mick? What's that? He's taking the mick. I don't know what that means, Hashim. But I'm with you. I get the context clues. I was a Fury fan too. I was a fan of Fury, right? I picked him to beat Wilder, right? I say we're gonna beat Wilder in the rematch. I say we're gonna beat Wilder in the third match, right? I was always, Fury was skilled and everything. I always had Usyk beating Fury, though. And I think Fury thinks that Usyk will beat him, too. Because he no longer wants to compete in pro boxing. He just wants to put on circus shows. I think he saw how much money his brother made with Jake Paul. And he said, what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time? And all the people that fueled his excuse of Usyk really lost, Usyk got knocked out, now he's using that as an excuse. Oh, Usyk got knocked out, right? You guys said it. Because he ain't going to say that on his own. Then he going to look like a hater. He let the world say it. He saw everybody saying it. And then he's like, oh, yeah. Why do I got to fight Usyk? Dubois knocked him out. So now that groupthink of Usyk getting knocked out, even though it cannot correlate, it is not. You don't know what he would have done had he been given a 10 count, had he been given a count, a knockdown count. You don't know what he would have done. He would have probably gotten up before 10. Never mind the fact that he outboxed Dubois the entire fight, and Dubois got one good body shot in him in the fight that dropped him. Never mind that. What do you mean? What just missed nobody? What do you mean? What happened? Tyson Fury just said that he doesn't care about being undisputed. He was interviewed by Fight Hub. He said he never cared about being undisputed. It was all the fans crying about, road to undisputed, becoming undisputed. He said he never cared about being undisputed. He never cared about that. That was never his what he wanted to do. And his next fight that he wants is Jon Jones. Boxing, video game wizard, Poe in the house. What's going on, brother? What's up? Gamer D, he's trying to pull a Jake Paul, LOL, only want to fight MMA fighters now. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. My man, like, it's crazy to me. It's so hard for me to conceptualize how far down he has fallen in this respect. I really had him as one of the best heavyweights of this time. We got Love See Shorty with a $2 super chat. Hold on, let me give it a heart. By the way, hold on. Let me actually, you know what? Just for Love See Shorty, we're gonna do this right here real quick. Hold on. He just reminded me, coming in here, just reminded me. Let me see something. Hold on 1 second. Let's see something. Let me see. So Love See Shorty just dropped a video, by the way, guys. He just dropped a video. The title of the video is Someone Stole My Game. So basically what's been happening with Love See Shorty's game is that people are figuring out ways to circumvent the timer. So they're basically playing his demo that he put out that was designed to have a timer on it for free, They're basically playing it without any restrictions whatsoever. So that's just gonna push it back. It's gonna be harder for us to get Bloody Knuckles Street Boxing completed. If y'all want to just play some little demo version of it for the rest of your life, I don't know what's wrong with you, but that's gonna push us back when it comes to trying to get this game out and we actually all playing it in a completed version with multiplayer, with online and all that stuff. So please, guys, go over to his video. He's going to explain a lot of stuff in that video. But if you can, donations, helping him out, because he has a really good structured game for boxing. And if we want that game to come to fruition, man, we going to have to support one way or another. Bare minimum, don't be, trying to let's take the timer off. Let me sell the game with the timer off. People selling the game with it. Don't do that, man. Don't. That's that dude's hard work. And he's the one that holds the key to the castle anyways. Because he's the one that has to give us the online, the multiplayer, the extra layers to the game when he releases it. So why do this to the man? All right. So in my opinion, y'all should definitely be supporting him, at least in the sense where you're not circumventing the stuff that he's doing with the game. So go and check out his video. He just dropped it about 7 hours ago. I'm gonna probably make a video on it sometime this week to talk about it, to get more details. But go ahead and look at the video. I think he talks about a different way where you could download the game. So go over there, check out his video, and 100% support my man, Love C Shorty. Thank you so much, Love C Shorty, for consistently supporting Boxing Fanatico. And you already know that Boxing Fanatico consistently supports you throughout. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and continue talking about the whole Tyson Fury fiasco. Why Jon Jones? LOL, he's not a boxer. Bro, Rashid, Ngannou ain't a boxer. Ngannou ain't a boxer. None of these heads is a boxer. None of these heads. None. Sup, Ed? Hope all is good. Appreciate the quick recap. Disappointing to hear. Looks like Fury wants the easier big money fighting MMA. He's made his stamp. He's put his flag down. He don't care about boxing. He don't care about the fans getting the fights that they want. He just cares about big money, super mega events. No different from putting on a WWE show. Sure, you could sell out a WWE fight, but are they, with predetermined, right? Like predetermined results and all that stuff is not really two people fighting each other. They're athletes. They're doing their thing. They're athletic and it's dangerous as hell, but they're not really fighting each other for real. And that's what we getting with Tyson Fury. Sure, he's fighting for real, but he's fighting people that are borderline amateurs. And I've seen Ngannou training. He don't look like he's ready. He don't look like he's ready. Do you think Jon Jones would do a crossover to boxing? Of course. It's all about money. The MMA fighter doesn't have as much to lose because it's already a consensus that they're going to lose the fight. So if you somehow win, that's just changing the whole dynamic of everything. If you somehow win. That's just changing the dynamic of everything. Like everyone was shocked when Anderson Silva beat when he beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Although now looking back, in retrospect, maybe Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was just really fell off that hard. He really just fell off that hard. Poe with Gerard Anderson seems to be going the same route. Yeah. He talking about he don't care about belts and all that stuff. It's frustrating. Like, I don't know what happened. It's like the heavier you go, the less people care about the accolades that come with boxing. Because it's like if you go all the way down to the flyweights, you know what I'm saying? They killing each other to be the best. And then 135, we got some good killers. 140. But you start climbing up, and it just starts to like, especially once you get to the heavyweight, it's like nobody cares. Why is Arthur Beterbiev and Bivol still haven't fought yet? Why they still haven't fought each other yet? That's an undisputed fight. Why are we not doing undisputed at light heavyweight? Why are we not doing that? Why are we not doing that? Guys, you can't ask me any questions about Undisputed. This is for in real life boxing talk. We could also talk about the UFC trailer. If you guys want to talk a little bit about the UFC trailer that just dropped. There was some new information too that came out on the UFC trailer. But I'm definitely going to be on top of that. But I'm the content manager. I work with Steel City Interactive. So if you want any information on Undisputed, you have to go over to their socials, to our socials. YouTube, Twitter, etc. That's where we will give you all of the information as soon as we're ready to get to give it out to the public. Don't worry about it. You didn't know. Don't worry about it. Coast Boy TV, you didn't know, so it's not your fault. I'm just letting you guys know if anybody's coming in here. Post said, nope, don't talk about that. Hold on. Will the WBC have the balls to strip him? No need to allow him to continue to hold up the division. Shaking my head. Salute, brother. Salute, HNIC. Yeah, he need to be stripped. He's making it very clear. He has no intentions of defending his belt. There is no way that fighting these MMA fighters is going to be sanctioned for a WBC world title. There's no way. That's a slap in the face of everyone who's worked mad hard all their lives to be ranked number 1 contender or to be ranked number 2, to be ranked number 3, whatever. If you're number 3, you worked your butt off to be number 3. So that'll be egregious if they just let an MMA fighter come out of nowhere and now, boom, we're going to get some type of WBC title fight. Heck no. No. That cannot happen. So in my opinion, yeah, he needs to be stripped. He needs to be stripped. And he's using every excuse in the book, man. He's using every excuse. That this is one of the reasons why I don't like when these little narratives start to build up. Because now he going to use the whole Usyk got low blow, not low blow, there was a body shot, he was really knocked out, as his weapon to never, ever have to fight him again. My man Fury was looking for a way out because before the Dubois fight, he was already talking like he didn't want no smoke with Usyk. He was already talking like he did not want smoke with Usyk. And now he's like, oh, I never wanted Undisputed. I don't care about Undisputed. How you don't care about Undisputed, my mans? We haven't had an undisputed heavyweight since Lennox Lewis. And I think that was back in 2001, 2000. That's how long ago we haven't had an undisputed heavyweight champion. The pinnacle of the sport, the highest weight possible. We have not had an undisputed heavyweight champion. And Fury is not going to allow us to have an undisputed heavyweight champion. And the thing that's sad is, like I said before, yeah, Fury is 100%. It's not even a question, right? With Devin Haney and Shakur, you might look at it and there's some muddiness there. There's some gray area there. You might say, Devin Haney is not really ducking, or you might say Shakur is not ducking. Maybe you say Devin Haney gave him an offer. Maybe you say that offer wasn't realistic, whatever. But there was something there where you can make arguments for both sides. There is nothing there for Fury. This is the most blatant duck I've seen in a long time. Sometimes, most of the times, people mask it behind things. There's no mask. There's no hiding it. He literally, truly does not want to fight Usyk. He truly does not want to fight Usyk. And it's super sad, bro. It's super sad. Hugh Jakes. We got Hugh Jakes in the house. Episode 54. We got to hit Hugh Jakes with the member. And the member just happens to be Usyk. The member video just happens to be Usyk. But it don't matter. It's not about Usyk right now. I mean, not Usyk, Fury. It's not about Fury right now. It's about Hugh Jakes, right? It's about Hugh Jakes. Hani Al-Jarani. Devin not ducking, man. He gave him an offer. Shakur was the one pushing for the fight and to sign the contract. Contract was sent, take the risk like Haney did when he went to Australia twice. Yeah, I mean, what? Like I said, you can make the argument in both directions, right? To me, 25% is a political duck, right? You especially if you don't write up a contract, you just call in and say it's going to be 25%. It doesn't seem realistic to begin with. It just seemed like you just put a really low number in there and you were just hoping for the best, and the best happened, which is the guy didn't want to fight. So, yeah. To me, you know, people make offers all the time for people to duck, and I get it. Sometimes people make an offer for people to duck, and then they don't duck, or people make offers so that they can duck, and then the person they fighting decides to still fight them. I get it, but hey, Shakur Stevenson still wanted to fight because Shakur Stevenson pushed it to a WBC mandatory, and Devin Haney has moved up. I would probably venture a guess that if Shakur would have started negotiations and behind the scenes said okay to the 25%, the fight probably wouldn't have happened anyways. Because the Regis Prograis fight has just been announced that, oh, they're finally back on track. Why does it need to be back on track? Isn't that the whole reason you vacated your WBC belt and you're a champion in recess? To go fight Regis Prograis? What's it got to be back on track for? So there would have been more layers, right? There would have been more layers. And who's to say that he would have just Shakur accepting the 25% makes the fight happen automatically? I think the 25% was a low ball offer in hopes that he would say no, and then they could use that. Hey, we offered you 25% and you said no. But to me, what shows someone really wanting the fight is putting in a petition to the WBC to mandate the fight, or the person gets stripped when the person's undisputed. That is deadly. Like, you don't want that to happen to you at all. So because of that to me, that shows more to me that Shakur wanted the fight more than Devin Haney wanted the fight. Devin Haney's willing to no longer be undisputed. Think about that. He's willing to no longer be undisputed. They're like, oh, man, he needed to move up. He wanted to move up. But why didn't he move up after he fought Kambosos? What's the difference between after he fought Kambosos and after he fought Lomachenko? What's the difference? There is no difference. He don't want to fight Shakur. He just doesn't want to fight Shakur. And that brings up the whole Shakur situation too, where Shakur is now fighting on a Thursday against Frank Martin. Now, I believe that Frank Martin is not on the level of Shakur. I'm not taking anything away from Frank Martin in any way, shape, or form, but I believe that Shakur will definitely 100% win that fight. Shakur is just too many levels above Frank Martin. Frank Martin hasn't even fought the level of competition that Shakur has fought. He hasn't fought the level of competition that Shakur has fought. Shakur has fought at the world title level in every division he's been in. So Frank Martin, he's gonna be in a cascade of hurt, right? So sure, it's a good fight. It ain't a really big fight in my opinion. It's a good fight, but it ain't a really big fight. Now, a lot of people are saying that, you know, Shakur don't really sell or whatever. Shakur's never been on pay-per-view. And he, as in terms of viewership, free boxing viewership, he holds some of the highest numbers. He holds over 1 million views per fight. He averages over 1 million views per fight. So he holds some really good numbers in terms of average viewership when it comes to free boxing TV. Why is he fighting on a Thursday? I don't know. That to me is not good. It's not good. He's also sharing that with Thursday Night Football. I'm wondering if they're going to bounce it off of the football game, because that's supposed they do that. They've done that with Shakur. They've bounced it off a sporting event, and then they go into his fight. So maybe they bounce it off. They bounce it off the football game, because if you're already watching football, and there's a big American market for American football for those who are not in America. If you're already watching football in America, and then it transitions to a boxing fight, you might not have known that the fight was going to happen, but you're going to sit there, you're going to stay there and watch. You might stay there and watch. As a casual fan, you might have been roped in simply from watching football and bouncing right in to Shakur Stevenson versus Frank Martin. So maybe that is the strategy that Bob Arum's doing, some 4D chess strategy, maybe. But a Thursday is just crazy to me. A Thursday is absolutely crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. My man said the thumbnail confused me. No, don't worry about it, brother. Don't worry about it. We talk about Undisputed in real life. We're not talking about Undisputed again. We talking about Undisputed in real life. Okay. If Francis can go to the body and use the stiff arm, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, I don't even want to read the rest of what you said. Now, let me read it out of respect. Use a stiff arm to land his right hand either to the head or hips when Fury rolls. I think he can win off that strategy. No, he's losing. He's losing the fight. Mr. Nobody with the $10 super chat. Hold on. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the super chat. Let me do the super chat for Love C Shorty, because I went right into making sure that you guys understood what was going on with Love C Shorty. So I forgot about that one. So we're going to go into this. We're going to go into this super chat for Love C Shorty super chat. And we're going to go into the $10 super chat, which is, ironically, Tyson Fury. That's how much respect I have for that man. That's how you know we unbiased here, bro. That's how you know we're unbiased here on Boxing Fanatico. That's how you know. Let me give you a heart real quick. That's how you know we unbiased, man. Look, that's like, it's not even pretend. I got little clips using, Tyson Fury running in, Tyson Fury knocking Dillian White out. I got little clips because it was always respect for Fury. The man fought Deontay Wilder in 3 crazy fights. I always had him as one of the best heavyweights. I just thought Usyk was better. And it took Usyk beating Anthony Joshua to really let me know how much better he is than Tyson Fury. But I always, even after that, had so much respect for Fury. But now, the man don't care. He don't care, bro. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care. He just want money. His next fight, guys, is Jon Jones. And fight number 3 is Jake Paul. Is Jake Paul. And then after he fight Jake Paul, he gonna fight Logan Paul to show Jake Paul, like, the brother, you fought my brother, now I'm gonna fight your brother after I beat you. After he beats Logan Paul, he gonna fight KSI, because KSI fought his brother too. And whatever the outcome is, he gonna make up a story about how, hey, you beat my brother, now I gotta beat you. Oh, you fought my brother, now I gotta fight you. Then after he fight KSI, he gonna fight Deji to show, yeah, that's your brother. He fought my brother, I'm fighting you, which is his brother. And then he gonna retire. That's what we gonna get from Tyson Fury. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Man. ASAP TV, what's going on, brother? Also, read last and thanks. Read last. What? What you said? Bivol and Better Be act like they not even interested in an undisputed fight. I know. No, it looks like Bivol is interested in the undisputed fight. It looks like Bivol is interested. It don't look like Better Be is interested. What they talking about? Lyndon Arthur versus Bivol next? Why? It's so useless. Just fight for undisputed. What is the point of being of trying to prove you're the best fighter in the world if you're not going for undisputed in your division? We've already established that is the modern times. Before now, back in the early 2000s, the whole thing was conquering different divisions. Becoming world champion in different divisions. Now, the cool thing is being undisputed in your division. Because then there's no question, right? I think there was a lot of scrutiny because people poked all the holes that they wanted to poke in all the fighters that moved up. It's like, sure, you moved up to avoid this guy and this guy. Yeah, you only fought that guy and that guy. So because of that, being undisputed is even more palatable now because you can't really say anybody ducked anyone because they fought everyone that they needed to fight to prove that they're the best in the division. Even if it's one fight to be undisputed, like when Tio fought Lomachenko, it's still just the one fight. Or when Devin Haney fought Kambosos. He don't need to technically fight anybody because he holds all the belts. But it's sad, bro. It's sad. Now undisputed to these guys, it's like I'm telling you, the higher you go in the divisions, the less they care about being undisputed. It is possible that Lennox Lewis is like the last of the Mohicans, man, when it comes to the heavyweights. Nobody trying to be undisputed no more. Up there. We still got the Shakurs trying to be undisputed and Devin Haney's, right? We still got those guys. The Inoues, they trying to be undisputed. The Canelos, the Jamals, the Jermel, sorry, not Jamal, and the Crawfords. We still have them out there trying to be undisputed. But the guys all the way at the top of the division, they don't care. They don't care. Sports and gaming analysis. His only chance is to get him the clinch and roughhouse and make him tired, which is also a job. But I can't see Tyson Fury getting tired. Tyson Fury don't get tired. That man don't get tired. He could keep going all day. He not gonna get tired. There is like a lottery ticket chance of Ngannou winning. Can he win? Sure, because anything could happen in boxing. But there is a lottery ticket chance. Do you think that Ngannou is going to hit harder than, let's say you want to give him the puncher's chance. Okay. Do you think that he is going to get hit harder than Deontay Wilder? Possibly the hardest hitting heavyweight in the history of boxing. Do you think he's going to hit harder than Deontay Wilder? And he took flush Deontay Wilder shots over and over again. Because really the only thing that Ngannou got is a puncher's chance. What is he going to outbox Tyson Fury? Of course not. He's not going to outbox Tyson Fury. So really what we talking about is a puncher's chance. But then the puncher's chance might not even be a chance because Deontay Wilder rocked them a bunch of times, dropped them a bunch of times, and the dude don't stay down. I wasn't a fan of Fury at first, but he earned my respect. He's a talented fighter, a champion, and a great, great showman. This is disappointing, though, but more power to him. Mr. Nobody, this is incredibly disappointing. This is incredibly. I was always somewhat of a fan of him in the sense where I appreciated his boxing skills. Right, I always appreciated his boxing skills, and I like fighters who have good boxing skills. That's just because to me, I like to see the puzzle pieces and the chess matches and stuff like that. That's what I enjoy. So whenever a fighter is like that at the highest level, I think that is just entertaining for me to watch, as opposed to just the brutality is entertaining, like just trying to knock people out, but it's entertaining in like a different bucket, in a different thing in my head. I just appreciate the level, the deep level that it requires to be, really good a boxer. So I always appreciated him, especially in the heavyweight division where it lacks a lot of that technical skill, right? The skill ceiling is lower at the heavyweight division because everybody just hit hard or what have you, right? It's just that you're big and there's no cap, there's no weight cap, so you're just big. That's the whole thing about the heavyweight division. And then to see somebody who's skillful and as big as Tyson Fury is, I think that was impressive. So I always kind of liked Tyson Fury, even when he had that horrible, boring, super boring fight with Vladimir Klitschko, where they didn't throw, I think they threw maybe 5 punches the whole fight. Like the whole fight, yes, there was 1 punch per every 3 rounds from each of them, and it was just 5 punches landed in the whole fight. That's what it felt like. The copy box said it was more than that, but it felt like it was 5, right? So that was incredibly boring. That was boring, and it wasn't like a boxing, like, oh, they were just playing chess, that's the reason why. Nah, it was some super, no one wanted to punch first kind of thing, and it was horrible. So I've always appreciated him, and then the way he boxed with with Deontay Wilder, it made me appreciate him even more, right? But him not wanting to be undisputed is a killer. That's a blow to the heavyweight division. He's almost single-handedly damaging the sport, deciding to not go for undisputed, even if they strip him of the undisputed title. Even if they strip him of the undisputed title, we're going to have a vacant fight for the vacant belt. It's not like the people will forever be like, oh, sure, Usyk, you won a vacant paper champ. You're the paper champ. That's what we're going to have. You're not a lineal WBC champion, whatever. Like, this is the fakest undisputed. We're going to get all that stuff. Does Jon Jones even stand a chance in boxing? LOL, he does a lot of submission work. I don't think so, man. I don't think anybody in the MMA just stands a chance in boxing. I don't think anybody in MMA stands a chance in boxing. Jones hasn't shown any high-level striking to my knowledge. I think he'd get embarrassed. Yeah, and he can't do that kick that he does where he pushes your knee back. He can't do that kick. He could only punch. That's going to be tough for him. He can't do the kick to push your knee back. Can't do it. Fury definitely the best heavyweight, though. What about Keyshawn versus Tank? Sound crazy, but I see some IQ dominance in Key, though. Keyshawn, but I can't see Tank fighting Keyshawn Davis before he fights like a Shakur Stevenson. I can't see that happening. And Keyshawn is like a sleeper right now. He's really good. From the eye test alone, he's really good. Once again, you can't not be good. You can't win the silver medal at the Olympics and not have a high level of skill, because the Olympics ain't even about, to make it all the way to the silver medal, the Olympics ain't even about knockouts or rocking people or anything. A jab is just as valuable as an uppercut in the Olympics. So, for Keyshawn to make it to the silver medal, that's a big deal. It's not easy. Just to put things in perspective, Floyd Mayweather, dude went 50-0. My man won bronze at the Olympics, right? He won bronze, even though, you could argue that he was robbed or whatever, but he still won bronze. He didn't even go for the gold medal fight. He didn't even fight for the gold medal to win silver. He just won bronze. So it ain't easy. It ain't easy to pull it off, and he was able to do it. So that should already give you warning flags that this dude is nice. Then you look at his skill set in the ring, is deep. He got a deep skill set. Keyshawn is nice, man. But in my opinion, I can't see, because that would be cross-promotional. If it's going to be cross-promotional and Bob Arum has proven that he's willing to go cross-promotional with Shakur Stevenson. He's proven that he's willing to go cross-promotional with Shakur Stevenson. Because the Frank Martin fight, the importance of that fight is Bob Arum's ability to go cross-promotional. That opens up the floor for Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis. The ramifications of this fight ain't even the fight. The fight is fine, it's good. It's on paper is nice, but in reality it ain't. But on paper is nice. But what the significance of this is that for something that is not even a big deal of a fight, it didn't go to the purse bid. It didn't go to purse bid. Bob Arum said, I'm gonna take the fight. I'm gonna take the fight. We're gonna put the fight together. And it's a cross promotion between Bob Arum, Top Rank, and PBC, but Bob Arum is the one hosting the event. He's hosting the event. It's gonna be on ESPN. It's gonna be brought to you by Top Rank, right? It's cross promotional, but Bob Arum is the one controlling the event. What does this tell you? That Bob Arum is because remember, he's the guy that he's notorious for saying he don't gamble. He don't gamble. And for him, gambling is taking one of his top stars and putting them against another person in a different promotional team. And if that person loses, he takes the win with him, and then Bob Arum doesn't have any control over that. He's notorious for saying that. He says, I'm not a gambler. I'm a businessman. I don't gamble. He's gambling now. He's gambling now. And he's gambling for low stakes. Because Frank Martin, that's low stakes. If he's willing to bring Shakur over and cross-promote with PBC for a Frank Martin fight, that means the door is open for a Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis fight. Now, we know Shakur want the fight. Because Shakur just been saying he want to fight left and right. He don't stop saying how that's his North Star. Shakur versus Tank, that's going to be a big pay-per-view fight in the future or whatever. That's what he says all the time. That's what Shakur says all the time. Does Tank want the fight? That's a little bit different. Because with Shakur, we have evidence to see he fights for the world titles. Right? He wants the best of the best. He wants the best of the best. He wants to fight for the world titles. So if he wants to fight for the world title, he wants the best. He wants to get the best out there. Tank Davis is just defending his regular WBA belt, which means, I could choose whoever I want. Let me rematch Isaac Cruz. Let me rematch Rolly Romero so Rolly could say, I got a lucky punch. We could sell it off of the lucky punch. The dude, he's kind of like could sell a fight on his own. In my opinion, they haven't announced that he's doing the Isaac Cruz rematch, but I think that was rumored. In my opinion, doing the Isaac Cruz rematch is going to tank his numbers. No pun intended. Is going to tank his numbers. He's going to go from 1.2 million to I don't know what. Like his baseline probably moved up, but it ain't going to be close to 1.2 million. If I was Tank, just the people think that the Floyd Mayweather route is avoiding people. Floyd didn't avoid people. Floyd fought everybody. The Floyd route is really fighting all of the big superstar boxers. That's the true Floyd route. Floyd fought Canelo, Mosley, De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto. Right? Like he fought the best of the best. Manny Pacquiao. People think back to Floyd, and they're like, oh, Floyd, he all cared about money. That's why he avoided fighters in his career. Who the hell did he avoid? The strategy wasn't him avoiding fighters. He knew that he had to fight all of the best fighters in the world. That's why he has a 19 world champions beaten in a row streak that's not even no one has come close to it. He has 23 world champions beat that no one has gotten to yet. Manny got close. I think Manny got to like 21 world champions, but he didn't hit 23. But somehow they spin the narrative that Floyd Mayweather, he wanted to make money, so he avoided everybody. No, he wanted to make money, so he fought everybody. You guys got to miss me with the whole, and the reason I'm talking about this is because that's, people are saying, oh, that's the strategy that's being used for Tank. But that strategy, the strategy of avoiding people was not what Floyd did. The strategy that Floyd did was always have a dance partner. And if the only way you can have a dance partner is if the person is a superstar. And the only way people become superstars if they're good at the sport. Miss me with, oh, but he ain't fight Thurman. Miss me with that when the man fought Cotto, Mosley, De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao. Miss me with Thurman. Miss me with Thurman. They're not using the Mayweather strategy for Tank. Because this is not the Mayweather strategy. Tank's strategy is more in line, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but whatever, is more in line with Mike Tyson, where the main attraction is his potential to knock the fighter out. The main attraction, pay attention to this, the main attraction for Tank Davis is his potential to knock the fighter out. That was the same thing that Mike Tyson was doing. Mike Tyson's main attraction was his potential to knock a fighter out. So Mike Tyson could have fought anybody. You gonna show up for Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's main attraction was he's gonna finally lose. And how do you sell that you're gonna finally lose? By fighting De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Canelo Alvarez, Manny Pacquiao. That's how you sell that you're going to finally lose. Because that was Mayweather's true selling point. You were paying to see him lose. So I'm tired of people just connecting, oh, Floyd got Tank, so he teaching him the whole avoid fighter stuff that he did when this man fought everybody. He fought everybody. He fought everybody. And it's cool, Mr. Nobody. It's all right. I understand. You got your opinions. I get it. But to me, in my opinion, De La Hoya, Canelo Alvarez, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, Juan Manuel Marquez, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, even though he wasn't super popular, he was a really high talent in boxing. Manny Pacquiao, Zab Judah, Diego Corrales, right? A bigger Diego Corrales than him, an undefeated Diego Corrales, Hernando Hernandez, Angel Manfredi. In my opinion, that is an incredible, incredible resume. And the only reason his resume is incredible is because of the fact that he needed to sell his pay-per-views. So do you think we would have we already know what happens when he just fights anybody. When he fought Andre Berto, who was a decent talent, but not at the caliber of the Mannys and the Canelos and De La Hoyas and Miguel Cottos, but he was decent. He only made about 500 or something pay-per-view buys, 500 something thousand pay-per-view buys. Because the pinnacle was Manny Pacquiao. That was the pinnacle for Floyd Mayweather. There's nothing else after Manny Pacquiao. If you want him to fight somebody after Manny Pacquiao, you're just reaching, to be honest. You're just reaching. Manny Pacquiao was the collision course. After the collision course happened, people wanted him to fight against somebody else. Nah, I know, Mr. Nobody. I'm just giving my point of view. Don't worry, brother. Okay, I'm always open to people's point of views here, guys. You could say, how you feel about it, because it's how you feel. I'm not, boxing is incredibly subjective. So I'm just giving my point of view and my points. So what the thing that annoys me is that everyone looks at Tank and say, because Floyd is guiding him, they doing the Floyd strategy. It's like, bro, they not doing the Floyd strategy, bro. The Floyd strategy is fight the best fighters in the world. The Floyd strategy is fight the world champions. Has Tank been fighting world champions? Oh, no, it's cool. It's cool, Mr. Nobody. I know you're not a Floyd hater. I know we unbiased over here, man. You're not a Floyd hater. But has Tank been fighting champions? Or is it come to the Tank show so you can see him get a knockout? That's all it is. Tank finally fought a superstar in Ryan Garcia. If he's smart, he continues that momentum and actually uses the Floyd Mayweather strategy and initiates the Floyd Mayweather strategy now that he made over 1 million pay-per-views. That's when you just go, oh, okay, now we just got to keep the momentum going. Because that's when you become a celebrity. He's almost there. Floyd is a celebrity. Floyd is a celebrity. Tank is almost there. The way you get him over that hump, you just fight superstars straight through. Unless you're not confident that he will win against the superstars and you just content with making the amount of money you'll make by just doing the Tank show with the knockouts. If you're content with just doing the Tank show with the knockouts, we're going to have Tank rematching Isak Cruz, rematching Rolly Romero, keep fighting in-house, never caring about the world title, the super title, my fault, because they'll say, oh, he got the world title. The super title, not the regular title, the super title, not caring about undisputed. He's like undisputed adjacent. Everybody over here fighting for undisputed. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, all these guys over here, Frank Martin even. And he's adjacent to that. It's almost like he's not at 135. It's almost like he's not at 135 because he don't fight none of them. He's not even there. It's not even conversations being had. It's like he's just adjacent to all these guys going for undisputed. He just happens to be at 135. But that don't mean nothing in the sense of is he going to fight them. He also fought Hatton, undefeated Hatton, who just beat Kasazu, who just beat Jose Luis Castillo, right? He beat Kasazu, he beat him up, and that was the guy that Floyd ducked, and Hatton beat him up, undefeated, and then Mayweather knocked him out. And Gotti, yes, he fought Arturo Gotti. Although Arturo Gotti, he was the blood and guts warrior, I wouldn't put him too high up there in terms of like difficulty. But he's definitely a blood and guts warrior. But he showed how much levels he was above Gotti when they fought, right? But yeah, man. I mean, the dude has, in my opinion, and I say this with like understanding the subjectivity of boxing and how you could perceive boxing. Floyd Mayweather has the best resume of all time. Now, you could still say he's not the best fighter of all time. I don't think he's the best fighter of all time because it comes with other caveats, right? Like, how was his performances? What did he do? What era did he fight in? How difficult was it? There's a lot of different things there. But in terms of resume alone, he has the best resume of all time. It's too many names. It's too many names. Nah, he defeated 19 champions in a row, I believe, or 23. He defeated 23 world champions total, and he defeated 19 world champions in a row, which both of those are the world record that has not been broken. Granted, you couldn't really do that in the past, to be fair. You couldn't really do that in the past because there was only one belt. I believe it was the WBA belt. Just the WBA belt you could win. Like during the times when Sugar Ray Robinson was winning belts and stuff like that, it was only, and Joe Louis and all that, it was only one belt you could win. There wasn't multiple divisions, so it's easier to do. However, it's been easy to do since 1980 something. Yet people still haven't done it other than Floyd Mayweather. And the only reason he has that crazy record, by the way, and why his record is so hard, is because he had to fight the best fighters in the world. And he still gets flack to this day, and they're still trying to say that he's using the whole avoid thing, the ducking and dodging stuff, was before he fought all these people. But people are still riding on that talking point about Floyd. It birthed when the ducking and dodging and all that stuff was birthed with Floyd Mayweather was when Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao couldn't come to terms. Then he would go on interviews, and on the interviews they would be like, well, why aren't you fighting Ricky Hatton? And he's like, well, what do you mean why I'm not fighting Ricky? I'm fighting Carlos Baldomir. He the WBC champion. He beat Zab Judah. Like, that's who I'm trying to fight right now. And they're like, yeah, but come on, man. Ricky Hatton better. We all know that. So you're going to fight a Baldomir that we all know he not good or whatever? And he's over there arguing with Brian Kenny about why he ain't fighting Ricky Hatton. And then he fight Ricky Hatton. And then Brian Kenny's like, you know that the real guy to fight is Miguel Cotto, right? And he's like, yo, what do you want me? So fans that don't really pay attention enough just watch an ESPN show of Brian Kenny trying to tear into Floyd Mayweather, and they think Floyd ducking everybody. So, just keep saying he ducking. Just keep saying he ducking. He ducking, he ducking, he ducking, he ducking. But it was the reason that he was ducking was because he wasn't fighting Manny. He wasn't fighting Miguel Cotto. He wasn't fighting Shane Mosley, right? He wasn't fighting Canelo, but he fought them. He fought them. So at the end of the day, if y'all want to really sit down with a straight face after this man done fought Manny Pacquiao, De La Hoya, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, all these dudes, I go for a long time. Right? Diego Corrales, Henaro Hernandez, Angel Manfredi, we go on for a long time. Y'all want to sit there with a straight face and be like, he didn't fight Keith Thurman? He didn't fight Keith Thurman? Y'all could literally sit there with a straight face after this man done fought all those people. Manny Pacquiao was the fighter of the decade. Have y'all forgotten? I think Sports Illustrated or ESPN or Ring Magazine, somebody gave this man the fighter of the decade. He beat the fighter of the decade. But because he didn't fight Keith Thurman, and that aged like wine, him not fighting Keith Thurman. Because then Keith Thurman fought an older Manny Pacquiao when he was younger than Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao beat him. He lost to the dude that lost to Floyd. Granted, I get it. A fighter, B fighter, C fighter, the math don't always add up. I get that. But he couldn't even beat the dude that Floyd Mayweather beat. And people still just with a straight face. He ain't fight Keith Thurman though. He's a duck. What? It's just to me, it's just crazy. It's just crazy talk. It's just crazy talk. When people sit there with a straight face tell you that Floyd Mayweather didn't fight Keith Thurman, so he's a duck, when this dude had just came out of fighting with Manny Pacquiao. Anyways, my whole point is, yes, he fought Zab Judah as well, too, yes. He fought Zab Judah and got criticized for fighting Zab Judah because Carlos Baldomir was the person who beat Zab Judah for the WBC title. But because of the logistics of Zab Judah not actually putting his other titles on the line, Mayweather was able to fight for the IBF title against Zab Judah. And he got criticized for ducking Baldomir until he made the fight with Carlos Baldomir. When he made the fight with Carlos Baldomir, all of a sudden, why he not fighting Ricky Hatton? I kid you not, guys. This is how it. This is how it was. I grew up in that time frame. I was growing up in that time frame. I remember the Brian Kenny interviews and all that stuff when they were telling him Carlos Baldomir beat Zab Judah and he's the WBC champion. And the moment Floyd went and fight Carlos Baldomir, they started telling him why he fighting Carlos Baldomir when he know he's not on his level. It was egregious back then against Floyd. It was egregious. But that was the thing, right? People was paying to see him lose. People was paying to see Floyd Mayweather lose. That was the whole thing. So, but I say that to say this. Tank is not going the Floyd Mayweather route. And even though people don't want to hear it, and it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, because I know a lot of people have an affinity to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson wasn't really fighting all the best people in the world. He wasn't fighting all the best people in the world. His whole shtick was he going to knock somebody out. Who's that? I don't know, but he going to knock him out. Let's go watch Mike Tyson. He became a cultural phenomenon. He became part of pop culture. Mike Tyson was part of pop culture. He was the baddest man on the planet. He was doing crossovers with WWF at the time. Now the WWE. He was over here in press conferences with Stone Cold Steve Austin. The dude was a pop culture phenomenon. Just like how kind of like what Tank is doing. Tank is not at the level of what Mike Tyson was, absolutely not. But his whole appeal is the same appeal that Mike Tyson had. It's not about fighting the best. The ironic thing about it is that people look at Mike Tyson with a positive affinity, which you should because he's Mike Tyson, he did his thing, whatever. And people look at Floyd with disgust because they think that Floyd ducked everybody, and they look at Mike Tyson positively because he knocked people out. Meanwhile, the person that done went through the whole ringer and set records left and right, beating world champions left and right, was Floyd Mayweather. In my opinion, if you fuse those two things, the knockout show circus with fighting superstars, you gonna get a celebrity in Tank. We gonna have it'll be a new renaissance in boxing pay-per-view. But they don't want to do that. So in my opinion, Shakur probably wants to fight, and Tank Davis, his team, there's no value because Tank is not about fighting the superstars. His whole thing is knocking people out. All right, let me see what you guys say here, and we're going to go ahead and end the show as the show is coming to a close. It's already 3 minutes past. Hold on. Pick 10 of the greatest in that generation and beat him. He done that 5 times because he's the GOAT. Yeah. I mean, you can see him as the best. I don't put him as number one because there's so much. Boxing goes back hundreds of years, right? So I don't put him necessarily as number one, but he definitely in the conversation. He's in the conversation. I think boxing as a whole needs to implement what Floyd always requested. Olympic-style drug testing, would eliminate a lot of the drug cheats, in my opinion. Yeah, that's definitely important, especially in a blunt force trauma sport like boxing. That's a big deal. They should be, they should definitely be making sure. It's not the same to cheat in the Olympics when you run a track as it is to cheat in pro boxing when you're punching somebody in the face. Right. Give a shout out to my girl Fanatico, Sheena X. Who's Sheena X? Shane Bozy. Who that? I don't know who that is. Fixed boxing, they need to do Olympic style testing, same day weigh-ins. Yeah, same day weigh-ins. Maybe same day weigh-ins could be a little bit dangerous, right? Because you do need to rehydrate. That is something that you need to do. You need to be able to rehydrate. Tank versus Stevenson or Haney versus Stevenson needs to happen. I see Haney versus Stevenson happening way faster than Tank versus Stevenson. Like way faster. Way faster. But at least we know Bob Arum is not the guy that's gonna be the one that's not gambling. He's willing to gamble. He's gambling with Frank Martin. At least we know that. Wait, hold on. After that, Sheena Shenton. All right, what's going on, Sheena Shenton? This is Boxing Fanatico at the request of Shane Bosey to give you a shout out. I don't know if it's your birthday or nothing, but what's up? Welcome to the Boxing Fanatico family. Hopefully that was enough. That was good. Evander Holyfield's strategy on how he defeated Tyson was nothing but amazing. He used his shoulder and head and Tyson's own force to keep him off balance. Yeah. He was a really good. He was a small, cruiserweight, moving up to heavyweight type fighter. But the thing with Tyson is he didn't really fight the top tier fighters, right? He didn't really fight the top tier fighters. His whole attraction was not about who he fight. It's about who he gonna knock out. That's all that. If anything, people may have low-key not even cared the person wasn't skilled enough because they prefer to just see the hellacious knockouts that he was going to do. And that's where we got Tank is in that promotional kind of path. We watch Tank, and Tank has a positive affinity. There's a positive affinity towards Tank. And the reason there's a positive affinity towards Tank is because we're not watching Tank so that he could lose. We're watching Tank so that we could watch him knock somebody out. All right. Anyways, Fire, what's going on? Yes, you are late because we ending the show right here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, hit the like button if you haven't. It still helps the video. Even if the video ends, people watch the videos a lot. We get a lot of views after the fact. A lot of views. So people watch these videos whenever whenever it's comfortable for them. They don't always watch it live. So hit the like. It helps the video, so the future viewers could come and see it and it gets put on their home screen. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, hit the notification bell and hit all notifications so that you are aware every time we go live. And of course, just got to let you know, every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we're live from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern time. Today we was talking about Tyson Fury. We also talked about Shakur Stevenson whole thing that he's fighting on Thursday. I think is a net negative. Oh, we got a $5 super chat. Hugh J's trying to keep me here. Hold on. Enjoy a cold one on me this weekend, my brother. Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you. Let me go ahead and give you a heart for that. Thank you so much, brother, for the $5 super chat. I'm sorry, $5 super chat. Yeah, we got to do the $5 super chat video.
He has done it from time to time. Just every bit.
Bam! That's right. Hold on.
He has done it from time to time. Just every bit.
Bam! Sweet. Thank you so much, Hughes Jakes, the member. We love it. I grew up through the Tyson era, and it's true. No one cared who Mike fought. Exactly. People just wanted to see the KO. Exactly. And now people are gaslighting other fans to believe that Floyd is using the Floyd strategy on Tank when Floyd literally fought all of the best fighters. He fought all of the best available fighters. He ain't ducked nobody. He fought everybody. But everybody's like, oh, look, they're using the Floyd strategy, duck and dodge everybody and make some money. Nah. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and end the stream right there, man. Boxing is like my favorite thing, bro. I could talk about boxing forever. It's so hard. That's why I almost rarely do I end at 8 o'clock on the dot. Especially with people like Mr. Nobody in here. We just be going back and forth, bouncing conversations off on boxing. This is crazy. All right, anyways, until the next one, guys. Peace out. I'll see you on Monday.